Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thanks for coming in tonight. So we are going to put the border on my Splendid Sampler quilt along block. We're going to start the border. So we have an inner border and an outer border, and tonight we will put on the inner border, hopefully around the whole thing. I don't know, maybe we'll get even farther tonight. So that's the plan. Moving along with this project. If you want more info, you can go to thesplendidsampler.com. And the book is out. I have my border is wrapped around it right now, but it's the Splendid Sampler book. And we're just finishing up the quilt. Finishing up is a loose term. There's still kind of a lot of steps, but the front will almost be done here. So thanks again for coming in, guys. If you're new, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central to craft with you guys. So thanks for coming in, and let's flip around and get started here. Okay. Here is my quilt all ready to go. Oh, and you guys, my label came in today. So here is the label. It's large. It's a fat quarter size. So I mean, it really is big. So it has little extra guys on the side here, but the main label, it has all the names and the number of the block and the block name on the sides, on both sides. Yeah, it's super duper big, and then it has like pictures of all of them around, and then this cute thing in the middle. So I'm thinking of slashing this all up, which, I don't know. I guess I just don't want a huge label like this on the back of my quilt, but I do want the information. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the word. So I'll cut out this in a big strip, and I'll cut out this in a big strip, and then kind of forget about everything else. I might cut out one of these. Actually, I will cut out one of these guys, and we'll put that in the background too. So I don't know. I think that's my plan. But I got a few more days to think about that because we are working on the front of the quilt for a little while yet. So I have the book that we wrapped the border around. I think it's loose enough. Yeah, I think I can just slide it right off of here. So that's nice. That was just kind of my storage for the border. So this is the inner border. We made it's 2.5 inches wide so that when we're done with it, it'll be 2 inches. So, okay. I have my quilt. I've rolled it up just because, I'm working on this small table. This will make it easier for me to move it along in the sewing machine. And this whole big bulk at the bottom, the whole rest of the quilt, I'm going to have to throw this over my back while I sew. So just so you guys can see, I'm going to flip you guys around. Hey, so because this is going to be so big, hey, Carol. Hey, everyone. I'm going to have to put this over my shoulder like this while I run it through the machine. I mean, I could put it in front of me, but putting it over your shoulder takes away some of the weight of it. So, like, gravity's not pulling it down off the front of the table. That's going to help me a little bit. So we'll sew one side on, and then we're going to have to roll it up and sew the other side. So let's flip around again. Okay, so let's get going. I have this rolled up. So one thing we're going to have to watch out for with our border, I just want to check to make sure we're on the right side. Where's our seam? Oh yeah, there we go. Like I need to make sure that right sides are together. So this is right. What we don't want is our seam, our little diagonal seam that we made. We don't want that right on a corner. So like we won't have that problem with this first one. So we don't want to end up like, if this is the bottom, we don't want to end up like crossing over our diagonal with the border. So after this first row, I'm going to have to kind of like lay this out, just run along the edge just to make sure that I'm not ending up with this guy on the corner. But other than that, we're just going to sew it along the edge. Let me just double check again that I have right sides together. It's hard for me to tell because mine don't have a right or wrong side, but now it does, now that we have the seam allowance here. I just can't visually see right away, like I don't have a print on the front and white on the back. So, all right, I'm going to start just overlapping my edge a little bit. I'm not gonna match up my edge like this. It's gonna be safer for me just to overlap it a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Kitty scratch into place. You could pin this, I suppose, but I'm gonna just go slowly and keep moseying along, I suppose. I don't know. Unless you guys give me a good reason, or if it's just not working well, then maybe I'll adjust. I think I'll just let this border sit next to me here. And we'll give it a go. Okay. Wow, I'm like warm already with the front of this sitting on me. All right, I think we're all set up there. That made a funny noise, but I think we're good. All right. So it's this tonight, getting this border on. And I need to keep moving the bulk with me. So I'm just checking that I'm still lined up, and then I'm just gonna kind of let the machine take it, but move this bulk as I go. So I mean, I'm not going super fast, just a little bit. Yep, we're getting it on, Marianne, getting the border on, finally. I'm excited. I think this is just everything's gonna all of a sudden look clean and framed up. I think it's just going to be really, really fun. Nope, I started a little over the edge. Oh, am I not supposed to start at a corner? I'm doing the sides. I'm doing a side, and then the top and the bottom. That's my plan for this. You like the border? Oh no! Oh yeah. Nope, we're not. This isn't the binding yet. I always measure the middle across the quilt, cut the borders. Oh, yeah, so, you always measure the middle across the quilt, cut the borders, specific length, helps keep the borders from being wavy. Okay, Josie, I gotta read that again. I always measure the middle across the quilt, okay, and I cut the borders a specific length, helps keep the borders from being wavy. I am not quite following you. Do you start from the middle on one side and then the middle on the other side? Is that what you do? I guess I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll take any tips you guys got for borders, because like I said, I don't do this all that often. I was taught to measure the sides and the center, then take an average of the three measurements and cut the border at that length and pin it to make it fit. Huh. Okay, I'm totally not following you guys. What do you mean make it fit? Like, how do you mean make it fit? I guess I just don't understand what you are saying by that, because isn't it gonna fit? Oops, I gotta push this guy through. Stiletto, where are you? And I'll just use my scissors. Measure sides from top to bottom. I guess I'm wondering why I need to do that. Why I need to measure the sides, because we did the border so that it was really long, so all I have to do is keep going around, right? Ease in, then it keeps it square. So one side might be longer than the other. Cut the borders the exact length instead of just laying on and sewing. Okay, what's because your sides may not be all the same size. Okay, I'm gonna look through all those quickly again. So, measure the sides from top to bottom. So I have to measure the sides and something in the center, then take the average of the three measurements and cut the border that length and pin to make fit. Oh, so I think I'm getting what you're saying. So, and I'm kind of late with it now. So you're saying to make the sides equal, so we have a perfectly square thing. You're saying measure one side and then measure the other side, and they probably won't be the same. So average it out and then like force the two sides to be the same when you sew. Oh, the machine. Oh, yeah, you guys, I was going to switch to my quilting foot. I forgot to do that. Machine pushes the light. So, okay, I think, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're in it now. With the, maybe this will be a bigger issue with the big border. Oh, okay, so I kind of get what you're saying. Because I might be stretching this or pulling it as I'm going, it would have been better for me to get my sides the right length and then pin it. So pin it along the way just to make sure that I'm not stretching one while the other isn't stretching. And then I'll know, because I'll have a smaller lengths in between the pins to go, and then I won't have like a wavy effect that might happen if I accidentally pull this a little bit more or not. So, okay. Totally understand. But I guess we're kind of into it now. I think, why don't I do that? It gets worse with each round. Okay, so, well, we'll just let it be, I think, for this 2-inch thing. But when it comes to our 12.5-inch big border, then I think we'll do that for sure. Yes, you have to make sure it's square with borders. They will be wavy if you don't. From experience, this is important. Okay, you've helped at quilt shows. Okay, I see. So, do you guys think I'll be okay with this 2-inch one, and then just when I do the big one, just work on that? Pin it halfway and quarter measurement of the quilt. All right, well, so I can either keep going or undo this whole thing. I don't know. I think I might just keep going. I know. I mean, I know my quilt is going to be wonky anyway, but I think we're going to just keep going with this inner border, and then I'm going to do all the things you guys are saying for the outer border and get the walking foot on. Use your walking foot. You should pin each end of the border and then use the center, put pins where needed on the side. Use your walking foot will work better. You're okay. Measure this side and make the other side match. Oh, okay, Judy, that's a good idea. I'll do that. Undo! I don't want to undo. You're okay. Measure this side and make the other side match. Oops. So how do I go about doing that? Just lay this, just when I'm done, cut the fabric, and then oh, I think I'm running behind on your comments. Hold on. You should do it for all the borders. Keep going on this one. When the judges look at the quilt, they compare the sides with the center of a quilt. If the quilt isn't square, they note on the critique. Oh, man. So, I guess with mine, I don't totally care if this isn't, like, perfectly square. To me, that's not the end of the world. But I do totally understand what you guys are saying about the wavy fabric now, like, and the one side stretching, like the top side stretching more than the bottom, that sort of stuff. So I'm totally down with that. I will make sure I'm going to finish this side, and then done is better than perfect. That's true. And then I will measure this other side to be the exact same side as this. We will sew again. I'll try that pin stuff. Measure this side, measure the other side, and the middle. Okay. All right, we'll give it a go. We'll see how that goes on my tiny little board here, my tiny little table. We may just get what we're gonna get on this. But I will definitely do all of these things for the larger border. Oh yeah, because when I quilt it, I'm not gonna, especially if I do a bunch of straight lines, you're gonna really notice if something's stretched or not, won't I? Okay, well, we're almost down to the end of this one, and I'll try and get the next one the same length, and then we'll try and mark the centers, and we'll do all that, and we'll wonder clip it. Okay, we're gonna do it right. I'm gonna give that a try. See, I learned so much from all you guys. More confident, but the end result will be so much better. Okay, that's good to know. So we'll biff it on. This will be the side that when we're done, I'll be able to be like, whoa, look how wavy that is. I'm glad I learned that for the rest of the border. Yeah, Samantha, I'm doing a thin border here, and then I'm doing a very large 12-inch border after it, so I have 14 inches total. So this will be 2-inch finished, then I have a 12-inch finished. You may find that both sides are the same. Well, that'd be lovely. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. So I'll have to find out what the center is, but all I have to do for that is count blocks, right? Or I could fold it. I can fold it in half. We're gonna get crazy on this thing. So should I wait? I should wait to press it too, until after I've cut the equal other piece, maybe? I don't know. I'm glad I have you guys here. So I don't end up with a wacky, wavy quilt. I didn't square this up either, which I probably shouldn't say out loud. I didn't trim the edges or anything. I'm just sewing right on the side and hoping it's good enough. That's why, not all of it's perfect. I decided meh. But I do understand the whole technical aspect of this waviness, so I do want to address that for sure. So I get the pinning. You find you're on the floor a lot during this stage. I know, that's what I wanted to avoid. So when I do the larger border, I'll prep that beforehand. So when I do the larger border, like before I come on here, I'll lay it all out and I'll fold them in half and maybe I'll pin things and stuff already. In a perfect world, the sides would be the same. You have long measuring tape. Oh, that's a good idea. Love this idea of a 12-inch border. Yep, exactly, Samantha. So that's what I wanted. So all the blocks, like I don't have any sashing in between the blocks, so all the blocks are right next to each other, which makes it, not a queen size bed. It makes it smaller. So I'm adding really big borders on it so it hangs over the bed. But I think it'll be nice because all the blocks will just be sitting framed on the top of the bed, and only the border will be laying over the bed. You did a lot of quilts before learning these things, and they turned out okay. Larger will be different. Okay, that's a good point, Rosalie. So all right, fine. We'll do it right. That's how I learn. I did not think of any of these things before you guys told me tonight, so I'm learning loads already. I did think earlier today that, I should switch over to the quilting foot, but apparently I forgot before right now. All right, that's it for, you know what, I'm just going to back tack it. And lift it up. Okay. So, well, we got this border on. Hopefully it's not too wobbly. Maybe it looks like that already, so I don't know. Luckily, this one's only 2 inches, so I'm hoping that even if it is wobbly, it's not going to be the end of the world. So, all right, so next up, I should just, I guess we were telling you what we do. Well, no, but I need to know that, Joseph, because I need to learn. I don't do this all that often. So I'm going to just, no, I'm nervous to do anything though. I'm going to just cut along the edge. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap. So it's not going to be exact. I don't know. I have returned many quilts back to maker as they were, they couldn't too wobbly to go on the long arm. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you know what? I think the easiest way. Oh, thanks, Josa. Yeah, so just so you guys can see it, let's tilt a little. So I'm going to trim your ends even first, then measure. Oh, okay, I'll do that. So, but should I press it? Should I press it open first and then trim? Trim, then measure. No trim even. So I was thinking I should open it up first and then use a ruler along the edge to trim it. So I suppose I can do that, but I can just hold this here. I don't have to press it, I guess. And then I'll use that to measure. But, so this is what it'll look like. I have, let me grab one of these off. Oh, I forgot that these are really long now. So it'll be this lighter blue, and then it'll be this deep blue. And this deep blue is what's going to be, you know, the 12 inches. So that's kind of a big border. It's like a whole, a border that just kind of goes into infinity. I kind of feel like just the darkness of it. All right, so I'll do that. I have a little ruler here. Maybe this will work enough for me. So I'm going to just fold it open. I won't worry about pressing it quite yet because there's a limited space. I'll do that later, but this should do the job. All right, I'm going to trim. Okay, there we go, one side. And, okay, next up, I think I'll measure up and then I'll trim that other side when I get up to the top. And you know what, I think I'm going to just throw Wonder Clips all across this thing. So I got my Wonder Clips here. So this is me measuring now to get this side the same, and then we'll do that whole centering up thing. Long as you're having fun, that's what matters, yeah. No, and yeah, I mean, I'm not planning, I mean, there's so many mistakes in this. This would never, you know, this wouldn't get a ribbon at the state fair, that's for sure. But, yeah, I mean, I'm less interested in getting this to look perfect. I'm more interested about learning, you know, a better way of doing things, and that's what's worth it to me. That's really interesting to me. So keep the info coming. It'll just make my quilts better next time. I mean, it was like the Splendid Sampler, the whole making the blocks. I mean, every block got better the more I learned. So I just gotta make more quilts now. I'm totally I have ideas for more quilts and stuff. I really want to get on making more quilts after I finish a few simpler, faster projects. But ultimately, I would like to do more. So all this will get better. This is the way. So Judy, would you have iron first, or what would be the way you do this? I don't know. I don't have a way of doing this, so I'm gonna muddle through and let you guys tell me if I'm doing something crazy. I mean, the other thing I'm dealing with right here is I have a pretty small workspace, and you know, when I'm all hooked up to my computer and the phone, so I can do the live streams and stuff, I can't just zip to my floor. So we're gonna try and do it all up here. Hey guys, hey Maureen. Oh, just a tape measure. Ah well, I think this will actually work better because then I can trim it right away, and I don't have a tape measure, because I can't lay this out on the floor. So this kind of works. But yeah, tape measure. Like if I could lay this out on the floor, then I could just, maybe I should, I was thinking maybe I should just trim everything right away. So for the outer border. See, we'll make all our mistakes on these thin borders, and then I'll fix it on the large border. Those wonder clips look great, and they're thick enough. Oh, that there's little chance of actually sewing them inside the quilt. Oh man, yeah. I hope I wouldn't sew these inside the quilt. Oh, like sewing a pin inside the quilt by accident or something. All right, so I'm at the top here, so I'm gonna do that thing where I'm gonna open this up and trim it. So I'm gonna just pretend I'm ironing it. Probably not the best way of doing this, but oh well. We're doing it this way. And ruler out. All right. Fold in half, measure, then double. Okay. So I might be able to do that. Oh, well, this is the other side. I might be able to do that for the top. I'll be able to do that for sure for the large border. About the mini winter clips, everything you. Oh yeah, for sewing the hexies, the mini winter clips have been awesome. Oh my God, Chico, California is 92. Whew. Guys, I will actually be going to California in oh my gosh, like next week? I think actually next week already. So I may do some live streams kind of randomly in California. I'm not sure if I'll be doing, it's over the weekend though. So I might miss Friday of next week and Monday of next week with you guys here. But I don't know, maybe not. I'll see if it'll still work. All right, I'm gonna just put this across the edge and trim. All right, so at this point, my borders will be the same size. But then I won't be doing that overlap thing anymore. I'll be having to go right on the edge. So, I mean, that's a trade-off, I guess. I don't know. Figuring it out. Oh. Yeah, gosh, I got confused. I don't need this here. So now I'm like, what's all this up here? I forgot that this is the rest of the border. So I can take all these off now. Oh, San Diego for the new grandbaby. That's exciting. Okay. So let's take all these off. We measured. I know the internet works in California. I just don't know if what we're doing. We're visiting family and stuff, and I don't know. I'm gonna try. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh man. Ooh, Carmel by the Sea, California. Mom's favorite place. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Marianne. Find the middle and pin there first. Okay, that is step one. Find the middle and pin there first. Look, I'm still keeping these color-coded. Okay. Let's find the middle of this border, and we will pin that to the middle of the other side. Wow, looks a lot. It's oh gosh, you know what? I'm not quite sure the area. I know it's inland from San Francisco area. So you know, not northern, but not south. San Francisco area. All right. So first off, we gotta unravel this guy. All right, let's fold it in half. Look at all this crazy. Bring sweaters. Oh man, that's like the only thing I wear anymore is sweaters. Has it been chilly? I don't know if they get much of that ocean fog. Yeah, put yours in rainbow order when you first got them. Oh, funny. I know my moms were all not in the same color thing, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know I like mine in the same colors. All right, so I'm just putting the sides together. All right, so here's the center here. Let's just open it up again. All right, we're gonna make these wonder clips work for us now. If I can find them. Oh, there they are. Okay, so here we go. That's right the center. Yeah, you wish you could wear a sweater. Oh man, I'm still double sweatered, so. Oh, your hometown! Oh, fun. I used to live there. We lived there for a year or so, my husband and I, after we left school, before coming back to the Minneapolis area. All right, so here's my fold. And there's the fold there, so let's wonder clip that. And I suppose we could wonder clip the end already, because we know we have that lined up. And then just pin in the middle of all of them. All right, I get it. And then we'll do this for the other half as well. Just make sure I'm not flipping things around. There we go. Little bee popping up. Go to Santa Cruz Mountains. Oh, big vase in redwoods. Oh, that's where you are. Yeah, we used to live in the Rohnert Park area, just north, or what is it? Santa Rosa. We used to live in the Santa Rosa area, Rohnert Park area, and that's pretty close to the woods and everything, and we liked visiting the redwoods and stuff then. All right, so I'm at the end now, so I'm just clipping that. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool with this border, so I'm really working on getting that done. So, all right, so now, I should have put another fold in here, right? I got them online, Joe, the Wonder Clips. Man, I think I might have had a link to them in a video once. I can put the link to them on the YouTube video when I'm done. Otherwise, just, they're called Mini Wonder Clips, and they're by Clover. Okay, so this is definitely... I am going to have to, stretch this top a little to make this the same. So, all right, so I'm going to just kind of center it here. I've just kind of stretched both sides. They kind of equal out here. It's such a beautiful area. All right, and then I'm going to, oh man, I think I'm pushing stuff off the table. I should have emptied the table first. That would have been thinking. All right, and I'm going to just center these guys again. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of wobble. Good to know. So I will, I'm going to have to do this right. I'm going to have to measure, and I'll cut the borders for the, just ease and fullness. We'll put one more in the middle there. Actually, I don't think we'll need that other one. I think this is enough. Yep, so let's do it. I have this area to do yet, and we'll ease the fullness. Great. So with the big borders, I think I will cut them all at once, right? So measure and make sure that I cut on the right size right away, and then we can pin them. We'll pin them or wonder clip them. We'll do that how we're doing this. All right, good. So we will be improved for these outer borders, so that'll be good. All right, let's, oh man, I'm gonna do this. All right, we'll just pull this all the way over. Get this clip to start out. Here's some of the crazy ones that we made out of scraps. Kitty scratch. And my fingers fumble around with these wonder clips a little bit though. All right, so now we gotta, this is still a big long area. I don't know if I can reach to the top. Oh, see, now I feel like it's not as loose. Okay. Well, but we did do by the centers, so we should be fine. feel like I'm stretching this quite a bit more now, but oh well. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Are those clipped points? Are those clips pointed on the end? Oh yeah, the Wonder Clips. So yeah, here's what one of them looked like. Hold on, let me pin this one and I'll get a different one. Then I can use two hands. Yeah, they are, the mini Wonder Clips are nice. So here it is compared to a normal size Wonder Clip. I got some of those too before I knew about the mini ones. Oh man, I can never open these. There we go. For the borders, you measure the top, bottom, and middle, and then take the averages. Oh, and that's what you cut your borders. Measure the top, bottom, and the middle. Okay, Maureen, I'm going to do that for the big one. So here's a normal Wonder Clip, and here are the mini ones. So they're about half the thickness, and they come to a point like this, which it just makes them really nice. But they still grip just as well, like the spring and everything. And then it still has markings for like the 1/4 inch mark and all that, I think yet. But yeah, it's nice because when you're sewing, you can get just a little bit closer before you have to pull it off because it is thinner. So I don't know, digging the minis. But you know, maybe this is a job for these fat ones too, or the normal sized ones. I should when I get the binding on, we'll do that for sure. All right, let's finish this up. Before adding the top and bottom borders, measure the top and bottom of the quilt and take the third measurement. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I have the top and bottoms to do yet. So, you know what, I'll probably just do these side borders tonight. And, you know, maybe I'll press them. So I do have the iron heated up here. I think this is enough. I don't think I need another one. Let's just center this one too. But we'll press these tonight, and then tomorrow I'll come all ready for with my borders pre-cut, and we'll get them all good to go. I'll take your guys' comments about measuring the top and the bottom and like the middle, and then kind of taking the average of those to get an equal top or bottom. If anything I'm saying is wrong, let me know. But to get an equal top and bottom, so I'll cut those top and bottoms out of here. Then I know that they'll be the same, and I know that then I'll fold it in half and then fold the quilt in half. Pin them all with like what we just did with the Wonder Clips. Do that for the top and bottom, and then we should be good. And do the same for the big borders, which in theory I could do at the same time I do the small borders, right? So in theory, I could have all of this ready to go for the next few days, all measured. Does that sound right? You got it? Okay, good. See, I'm learning. I can learn. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited to give all that a try. It's easy. It's just you have to know to do it and then do it. It's kind of what it seems like. So I'm excited. I'm excited to give it a go. All right, throwing this guy over my shoulder again. And here we go. Oh, I should have put this a little further down. There we go. All right, now I gotta kind of hold the other Wonder Clip so I can ease it together. Well, this guy's gonna be warm, I can tell that already. Alright, coming up to the next Wonder Clip. All seems well still, so that's good. Oops, let's get the needle down. There we go. Scooch this off my shoulder a little bit more. And now I'm holding the next Wonder Clip here so I can ease in between those. And then I think we're at the, oh no, we're not at the center yet. I got another one before that. my sewing, my line's gonna be pretty wobbly. Don't forget to add the borders in your measurements. Oh yeah, for the top and bottom borders if I'm gonna cut ahead. Yeah, that'd be a problem. I'd have to sew like one tiny seam on it. Those judges wouldn't like that, I bet. All right, next up. Oh man, I like that one. I haven't thought of that guy in a while. This is definitely the unruly, bulky part of the process. Oops, jeez, man. I'm tipping stuff over. All right, now that I have a day of this in, I know a whole pile of changes I'm going to make for tomorrow. Like, first of all, I'm going to clean off the rest of my table, so I have more room for this, because that was kind of stupid. I think I will switch to my walking foot, and we will do all of the measuring stuff so I don't get the squiggly borders. Will you put your quilt in your county fair open class? County fair open class. Is that, oh, I don't know, is that like a category for the quilts? I entered, was this last year? It wasn't last year, it was a couple of years ago. I entered a doily that I crocheted to the state fair, the Minnesota State Fair, and I got a red ribbon for that one, for my doilying. That's kind of cool. Got to see it hanging up at the state fair. That was pretty fun. Felt like a legit homemaker then, right? It was fun. We met up with a friend, and he had gotten his jam in the state fair. His like, I don't know, strawberry jam or something. So that was pretty funny. Do you have to pay to enter the fair? I don't think you had to pay. Oh, sure, Maureen. I'll show the doily tomorrow. I'll bring it out. It was a doily. It's that same design that my grandma always used. So it's the same pattern that she used, but I made it out of scrap embroidery floss. So it's a whole pile of colors that just change colors all the time, which was not fun because I had to stitch in, like every time you change a color, you gotta leave the ends. So I had to keep stitching in all those ends. But I like it. So I can show you. I don't think you pay to get in. How does it work? I only entered that one time. You know what? I don't think you pay for it. I think you just enter it. And, I don't know, a red ribbon will get you $6 though. So there's prize money involved, I suppose. So that was kind of fun. Oh man. I don't know, but I don't think my quilting would pass muster at the fair. They're pretty strict on their quilting. Like you're not allowed to have hand-tied quilts in the fair. Like there's all these kind of mega. I mean, that's where the quilt police live. Straight up is at the Minnesota State Fair. in our county, the 4-H and school children exhibit stuff in adults. Oh yeah, so okay, Joe. So it is kind of like that. Our state fair. We have a category for quilts. Oh, see, that's cool. So our county fair is basically the state fair. The state fairgrounds is in our county, basically. I think, or just outside. I don't think it's the same county. But man, that's gonna come up soon. I'm guessing that that entry time might have passed already. Probably. I guess I don't know for sure. Oh, maybe not. I keep thinking it's later in the year than it is. I don't know. You know what? Maybe it doesn't hurt trying entering this, but I'm pretty sure this wouldn't make it that far. But still, I think it'd be fun. All right, so there we are. I got this border down, so hopefully this one ended up a little bit better. I feel like I get the process now. Oh, state fairgrounds are in Ramsey County. Okay, so it's next to us. It's not Hennepin over there anymore. It's Ramsey. Well, it's a short drive. That's something. It gives me a deadline to get it finished. That's true. Maybe I'll put the jean quilt in, but that's tied, and they don't like tied quilts. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to wait till I improve a little bit more for the old state fair. All right, I'm gonna try and press this quick. Get these guys pressed open. But yeah, I had never done the state fair before, and or any, I wasn't in like 4-H or anything, so I never, did any crafting for the fair or anything. So when we did, oh gosh, some of my sewing is just crazy. When I entered that doily, it was just really fun for me. It was like, now I'm a Minnesotan, and it's just kind of funny. But yeah, for the state fair, it's a whole pile of categories, so it's not just like open category. Oh, I think my guy's waking up still here. It's you know what? I think I gotta press it all this way first, or I'll just hold on. I gotta regroup here. I'll press all the way up on the board here. I'm trying to do this in one sweep, so I don't have to go through it again. Friend mine always uses the county fair as a deadline. Oh, a deadline to get stuff done. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll just start doing that. Okay, guys, I gotta take off outer sweater because it's got like wings on it, and the wings keep hitting everything. So okay, let's scooch down. Press this a little bit more. Jeez, yes. I can tell I've hit some star points and all that every once in a while because my sewing got pretty mangled. Oh jeez, now I'm pressing the border. I probably should go all the way along the edge and then go along it again, but I don't know. I'm trying to get it all done at once. Oh yeah, my black is the one that made the corner kind of messed up. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, I gotta do one of the designs for the Splendid Sampler. This one's mine. Oh, so we were just talking about the doily. This is kind of what my black was all about. Like my grandma's. Oh, you know what? Oh, we're upside down on purpose. Yeah, I'm like, this is upside down. I thought I sewed it upside down, but it's because we're opposite. Oh, the Hennepin County Fair is in Corcoran in June. Okay, see, I don't even know it. Man, okay, so I guess I'm not a true Minnesotan yet. I grew up in Wisconsin. I'll always be a Wisconsinner. But yeah, not knowing where my own county fair is. I do go to the state fair, though, and that's fun. I mean, the state fair is just, so close. Here. And if you bring your library card on library card day, you get a couple bucks off. Oh man, I did that a couple of years ago. Yeah, I haven't been to a county fair here, but oh my gosh. Oh, I should find this video again. You know what? I might find this video and post it on the Penguin and Fish page. But last time we were at the fair, we saw llama limbo. So we were, I totally love llamas, and we were by the animal area, and then all of a sudden we saw all these kids leading llamas into a barn, and we're like, oh my god, we have to follow those kids. And we went into the barn, and it's a whole bunch of kids and their llamas and alpacas, and the llamas are, just chilling next to them on the bleachers, basically, and then some of them are in the big arena, and they have a limbo bar, and they're playing limbo with their llamas. So the llamas, they have the music going, and they're going under the limbo bar. And this guy announcing it knows like all of these llamas by name. So it's like, there's Pickle's going under. Okay, good, he did a great job. And there's like Jelly Bean, and oh man, it was the cutest thing ever. And we have video of that, so I'll show you that. Oh, Wisconsin State Fair, they have the cream puffs there. All right, one side, let's get the other side. But look, it's already framing it up super nice. Now this guy's in a frame already. Oh, there's no admission fee for the county fair? Oh man, here we go. The state fair, I think, is like super expensive. It's like, I don't know, $35 or something to get in, because it's not super expensive, but when you're more than one person, or if you're a family, then that can get up there. All right, now we're on the other side. So we'll just press this tonight, and then I'll lay it on the ground again tomorrow, and I'm pressing over my embroidery, which I don't always like doing, but I guess I don't care anymore. I just want to press this. But then I'll deal with the borders and stuff tomorrow afternoon. Yep, Nancy's Notions is in Wisconsin. I have not gone, but I know it. I know it exists. I'm not even sure where. I'll have to look that up sometime. I have not ever gone. Oh, Minnesota State Fair does have... Oh, wait! Wasn't that a whole thing? The cheese curd guy... Oh, okay, so I've only heard a little bit of this, and if you guys know about the story, let me know if I'm wrong, because I'm just, hearing it through Facebook headlines. But the cheese curd, I guess there's a cheese curd guy, right? A cheese curd guy who's been the cheese curd guy for 40 years or something like that. I don't think the iron hasn't really affected this metallic floss. I think it's okay, the iron with this metallic floss. But, so I think the cheese curd guy passed away, or something like that. So they want to be able to pass it along to his kids, where his stand is, except they can't. It's the only way you can pass along, or the only way someone else from your family or something can run your stand, your place that you're renting at the fair, is if it was in the original contract, or it's something like that. But this place has been there for over 40 years, so how were they supposed to know that 40 years later the kids would want to take over the cheese curd place, right? So it's a whole hullabaloo going on. I haven't heard about it lately, but I don't know. It was something like that, some story like that. So I don't know, might not have cheese curds this year anymore. That'd be a huge bummer. I like cheese curds. I always get the corn on the cob and cheese curds. I don't know, I just like watching the animals, and I go to the animal side, which is way over here, and then I have to walk the entire fair to get to the craft barn. The craft and then the art barn. And those are basically my two stops at the fair. crafts and animals. That pretty much sums up the things that are important to me in life. Making stuff and looking at animals. Yeah, I try to keep my fare food simple. I don't go too crazy, but you know, beer's involved and cheese curds for sure. But I don't eat all the things on a stick. I would just get, oh man, I would just be totally sick, I bet. Okay, we're up in the green section here. Walking tacos. I don't know if we have a walking taco place. Do we? We might. See, everyone knows all about everything more than me. Oh, cheese curds. Oh my gosh, I'm not even sure I can explain it, but it's like, it's the curd. So when you're making cheese, okay, I might totally be making this up, but there's like curds and whey. The whey is like the water part of it, and the curds are kind of the cheese part of it. And then you press the curds together to make, I don't know, the block cheese or something like that. But the curds, they're just like these blobs of cheese, and when they're fresh, they squeak. When you chew in them, like you bite them and it just squeaks a little bit, and that's how you know when they're fresh, and they're just so good, fresh cheese curds. All right, I think we got it here, guys. So, here is my mess of a table there. See, this is what I should have just moved. Like, that's not doing me any favors, having all that junk in the corner here. So, yeah, we're gonna have a whole new setup tomorrow. I'm gonna get rid of all that. We'll have the quilt. I'll have all my borders measured out and cut. We'll pin them all. Maybe I'll even have a bunch pinned already, and we'll just get this guy going tomorrow. But we got a little bit of a ways done. Look at my cute little basket. Those are fun. This is the little basket and bunny corner up here. Alrighty. I'm gonna flip you guys around and we'll call it an evening. Okay, hey there guys. Thanks so much for all your tips tonight. So here we go, got a border going on this guy. I won't really know what it looks like until I lay it out on the floor. This definitely is a floor to table sort of a situation, and we're trying to just do it on the table here. So it'll be crunchy, bunched up here, but in between the evenings here, I'll lay it out so we can take a look at it and stuff too. But I'm totally liking how the border's looking. Let's see. So this is the dark side. You know, I have the darks kind of in the bottom corner, and it goes up to greens and reds and the rest of the quilt, but I think it'll be a nice frame. And then we have that larger border, that 12-inch border that will be that darker color, kind of like a dark color like this, going off to the edge. I think this light border is just going to frame everything nice up. It's going to hold everything in, and then the dark will just go off the side of the bed. So I'm excited. We're at the border part of all this, which means we are cruising right along. I learned a ton tonight, which I'm totally stoked. I really get excited about learning new things and getting better. And so we'll be good for the rest of this border, I think. So thanks again, guys. I'll get this up on YouTube. And thanks again for your help. And I will check you out tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Central. Have a great night. See you later, guys.